All right, bros, you want to win a street fight. I understand, I completely understand. I've been there, I've done that. All right, so I'm going to share with you what I've learned through what I've done. Listen, I should be like everyone else and say, oh, don't do a street fight, don't street fight, don't fight. It's bad, you're gonna get in trouble. It is actually bad, I'll talk about that in a sec, but I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed getting in that flow state. I enjoyed letting that those animal instincts out, fight or flight, and I fucking fought, bro. I fucking fought well. But truthfully as well, there are no winners in a street fight. And I'll get into this story, but I fucked up my hand pretty bad. Went to hospital 4 days, la 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 la. Let's get into the story. I was at a house party with a bunch of my mates. We're crazy. So first of all, we're all friends there, right? This one guy gets invited about an hour into the party. He's like one of those late rock-ups. He brings 3 of his mates who weren't invited. And you know when shit happens like that it brings a bit of unrest to the party. Everyone's a bit uneasy, everyone's on edge. What the fuck are these people doing here? Everyone was too much of a bitch to say anything though, and I was too. Until I found my inner man a bit later on, alright? Probably an hour after these guys show up, they're all weird, they're all by themselves drinking at this party, just like talking to each other, and they end up getting real handsy with the girls. They're like, which means like, so they're getting all weird with the girls eventually, and we kick them out. But this one guy the actual guy that got invited, he stays. We'll name him Sam for the sake of the story, alright? I won't dox the cunt, even though he's a dog. So he managed to stay, he mouthed his way out of it. Oh, my dad's a police officer, fucking whatnot. As these 3 guys rocked up, I knew some shit was about to get, when everyone started getting uneasy, that's when I stopped drinking, because I knew I needed to be sober to be in full control, because you're gonna get fucked up if you are fucked up. Alcohol-fueled violence is nothing to fuck around with, alright? So probably an hour later, I'm pretty much fully sober. This Sam kid, he has disappeared with one of the chicks, and she ends up running through the front of the house crying, screaming, saying this guy raped her. So instinctually, I fucking bolted out the house looking for this kid. It happened in a park across the street from the party. I go into this dark park, it's like 11, 12 at night. I'm calling out this kid's name. Sam, are you alright? Just trying to get him to like feel comfortable so he would come out and actually talk. Because if I'm like, Sam, I'm gonna get you, he's not gonna come out, alright? Sometimes you gotta think. Gotta be smart. This is because I was sober and everyone else was fucked up, alright? Eventually I hear some rustling in the bush and this kid pops out and he's like, oh, come on, what the fuck's happening? What the fuck's happening? He comes on this concrete path. I'm talking to him. 2 girls from inside the party come out as well. He's a weird guy. He's one of those creepy little fucking weird degen guys. He's a bit older than everyone else there as well, which is another fucking weird turn off. I'm talking to him because I'm trying to actually know what happened. I understand there's a lot of like false rape allegations and shit, so I'm trying to figure out what happened from him, both sides of the story, even though I already had an idea it was a sleazy cunt. So I started talking to him and he says, oh, I don't know what I was doing, bro. I don't know what I was doing. And if you're saying that, you knew what you were doing and you knew what you've done. So immediately I grabbed the girl's jumper off him, which he had, turned around, gave it to one of the girls, came back, reloaded, fucking hooked him. I do remember, which I got told after, sweeping this kid's legs out, smashing him on the floor, knocking his tooth out, cutting my hand open. But honestly, I only remember walking back with blood all over my hands, looking at them, walking back to the house with these 2 chicks. And that's where I need to get into what you need to do if shit like this happens. First of all, first rule is fucking just stay away from fucking alcohol-fueled events, shitty, degenerate events like this. And you can take a note out of my book. If you sense some shit's gonna kick off, it's getting a bit weird, there's some fucking weird eyes loitering around, stop drinking, slow down, sober up, gain control of yourself again. But the 2 biggest things are fight or flight. If you're doing either one of these, you need to fully commit to one of them. Not half-ass either one and kind of fight and then run away, or kind of run away and then turn back and come for a fight. You're gonna get fucked up if you do one of those things. You have to fully commit. If you're gonna fight, you can't think, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, maybe I should hold back. If you're gonna fight, fucking unleash the animal inside you, right? I just blacked out, to be honest, just going ham, bro. I had to get stopped. I didn't know what was happening. And if you're gonna run, which I recommend always running first, if you can run. Bolt as fast as you can. Use sane, all right? Don't turn around, don't turn back, don't go, I'm going to seem like a bitch, You'd rather your ego get hurt than you get fucking curb stomped on the floor. Alcohol-fueled violence isn't a joke. You need to run. The phrase, there are no winners in a street fight, is pretty true. I got my hand fucked up. I was in hospital for 4 days. This guy lost his tooth. Can't get another one till he's fucking 2 years older. But that's all I've got to say, really. If you're going to do something, commit to it fully and sober yourself up, gain control of yourself in a fucked up environment, and just don't be there in the first place, all right? This shit can get messy real quick. put a video up in the corner about fighting, which I think is pretty interesting. It's a bit more wholesome than this one. Sparring my mate for 2 rounds, which is pretty funny. Thank you for staying. See ya.